David, you want to tell us about your master class coming up here? I know we've known you for quite a while. You've been a valued member of our group, and I know you're the expert in that area. And you had something you put together free. I believe it's 3 days. You want to tell us about that?
Yeah, it's I do it a couple times a year. It's a 3-day master class. It's July 22nd, 23rd, and 24th, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. And just so you don't get fired from your job, okay, the recordings will come out each day at 5 o'clock and stuff. So if you can make as many days as you can, and then we'll have recordings out there all the way till Sunday evening. It's a master class. It's going to be going through the current conditions of where the banks are at now, and then what the short sale process is that I've been doing for 16 years, and I teach people all across the country how to do it. And tell you, John, what's really been changing lately isn't the quantity of the short sales, like, more volume, but rather is the desperation of the banks and the discounts that they're giving on your offer to the bank with it. They're just doing crazy, ludicrous things. Like one bank, they did their own appraisal at $198,000, and you'd think that's what they'd want for the house. Instead, they accepted our $96,000 offer before we could even like try to dispute that or do something. They just accepted our $96,000 offer. Well, we took the house, closed on it like right away, of course, and then did about I call it $20,000 in demo and some landscaping. So we put it right up back on the MLS at 116, okay, with it, didn't do any rehab, and sold it that very day for $285,000 cash. That's the desperation that the banks are doing now. And I'll talk about that in the master class and why that is. And I go through the whole process of the short sale and how to do it on there. So, John, you probably have some kind of link that they can put in there or something on it. I could probably find one later
Yeah,
on,
yeah.
maybe.
I put a link in the chat there, and I also have it on the PDF I put in there on the upcoming
Yeah,
events. I
yeah,
try
yeah.
to keep that up to date.
Register for that. There's a bunch of free stuff that comes with it too, some bonuses. And I love teaching this. I love watching people's eyes light up when they go, especially the experienced real estate people that have tried short sales in the past. Because if you ask them, 10 of them, 11 will say they hated short sales. And then they get down there and go, well, I didn't know you could do that. Oh, I didn't know you could do that. And all that frustration that they had, they just didn't know what to do. And so I love teaching this little 3-day master class, 11 o'clock to 1 o'clock, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. Get on there and learn more about short sales.
And you said that you have the recording at 5 o'clock every day. Is that correct?
Yeah, because you can not probably not make all 3 days because you got a day job. And I always tell people, hey, look, just invite your boss to sit down on the Zoom session with you, and then if you both get fired, maybe you can go off and do real estate together. He's probably getting paid more than you, and he can be your hard money lender, maybe, right? Or something like that with it. But yeah, I love teaching it.
Well, you also do some lending too, and we just had somebody a couple weeks ago or the last couple weeks asking about that. Do you want to mention that real quick? I mean, that's a little bit off the subject, David, but I know
Yeah.
you do have some funds that you do lend out.
Oh yeah, heck, I've been teaching people how to do short sales for only like 5 years, 6 years, but I've been lending for 15 years. And so my heart is to help new people get started. So I give them the money to buy, the money to fix, the money for the points, and the money for the monthly interest payments. You literally need $0 on your rehab, no credit score. And we don't look at that. It's all about the property. I give you my material suppliers, my product SKU numbers. And if you're in St. Louis, I even give you my contractors. Out of St. Louis, I help you find contractors. And it's a pretty popular, successful program. It's for new people. As a matter of fact, all you got to do is text LEND. I'll put this in the chat box. Text LEND to my number at 636-685-2990, and that will send you the 4-page lending document. And so I've been lending like that for many years. There's a lot of the stuff that comes with it. I help you through the critical path. Every project's got a critical path. I help you sell the house and stuff like that. So it's like I said, for new people that are getting started. If you got an 800 credit score, go to the bank. Okay, go to one of the hard money sponsors we used to have come in on the group. There's a lot of banks and places you can go to, but if, you want to learn how to do the rehab and have support behind you, then I'm the guy I can lend to you and make it help you be successful. And it's all across the country. I lend in New Jersey, not real happy about New Jersey, but I lend, I lend, all across the country and stuff.
Okay, and that's just you text Lind, Lend, to 636 685 2990. I see you put it in the chat.